Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Accelerate Your Life 2020 and Beyond. My name is Fadhwa. I have an amazing message for you today. Today, I have a special video that I want to share with you. Okay. A couple of months ago, I had the opportunity to meet a very successful entrepreneur, a Canadian. He has a lot of things going on for him. Very successful at what he does. Okay. He is the co-founder of Keyspire. It's an educational real estate company. He is also famously known in North America on the HGTV channel. If you watch that, he has a show there. He's the host and executive director of Income Property. You may have a clue now. Okay. He is also the CEO of, I'm giving out the name now. Come on. Okay. He's the CEO of McGillvray Entertainment and McGillvray Group. I'm telling you, I had the amazing opportunity to meet up with him, and he gave me his invaluable time and his invaluable knowledge. And I am here to share that knowledge with you. Absolutely. I recorded a video just for you. Now, he has his own educational real estate company called Keyspire. The day I met up with him, he had about 300 people who came in, and they just took in and soaked in all the information he provided to them. And today is just a couple of minutes that I was able to take that from him, and I'll share that with you. Okay? All right. So he's none other than Scott McGillvray. He's a very successful Canadian multimillionaire, successful in the real estate industry. He's every time redefining his business. Okay? And let me tell you something. There's so much to learn from Scott. When I met up with him, I'm telling you, he's such a humble guy. Calm, welcoming, friendly. I was amazed at the time he took to answer the questions with so much energy, enthusiasm, and knowledge. Scott, if you're watching this, I thank you again for giving me that time and your invaluable skill and experience in sharing your moment and that time with me and now with everyone else. And I hope I'll have another opportunity to sit down with you, hopefully longer, and go on with that interview and maybe take more information from you. Well, for everyone else, I would like you to join me in this conversation. Watch the video and join me after the video. I'm going to go in and talk to you about what I picked up from that video, what I picked up from the message that Scott shared with us. Let me tell you, no more excuses. No more excuses. This is a guy who is very successful, but he's not just into the business world and chasing money. He's a family guy. He's a husband, a father of 2 beautiful kids. He's got it. You can too. And you can do it too. And I believe that we all have that ability to move and upgrade our life and redefine ourselves and those around us. So I invite you to watch this video. Keep listening. Get your pen and paper. Out of that information, there may be something, just maybe one, even if there's one nugget you can pick from that, take it and run with it. I picked a couple of them and I'll share it with you. Again, welcome. This is Accelerate Your Life 2020 and Beyond. This is Fadhwa, and I will see you soon. Enjoy the show. And please subscribe, share, comment, and most of all, send in your questions. Thank you.
Hey Scott, how are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I had the privilege to listen to you out there, and you
Okay.
talked about opportunity.
Yes.
Taking that stand and actually just going and doing it. And there's so
100%.
many barriers that people face. One of the barriers that our community faces is the fear and the lack of knowledge. And real estate is one of those areas that I feel there's that huge gap.
Okay.
And I feel there's an opportunity for somebody like you who has the knowledge with your background and your history and inspiring other people, and from us getting that knowledge that we lack.
Okay.
That's what I'm really interested in. So how would you advise somebody who has no knowledge
Perfect.
or has the fear?
Hasn't made any mistakes yet.
Yes.
Good. The good news is that there's a low amount of financial literacy everywhere in the world. It's not taught in our education system. So most of us are at the same playing field, right? Everybody is scared to make big decisions, but if we evaluate them properly, the barriers to entry really don't exist that a lot of people think. Like, oh, I can't do it because I don't have an education, or I don't do it because I just came here, or I can't do it because I'm too young or too old, or whatever their excuses are. But the truth is, if you put an offer in on a property, they don't ask you any of those questions, do they? They don't ask you your age. They don't ask you your education. They don't care. The properties, the money, it doesn't discriminate no matter who you are, how much or how little you know. So arming yourself is up to you, really. I tell people any excuses you have, I can prove to you 10 times over that somebody in a worse situation or more difficult situation than you has already done this before. So let's park all of our excuses and start learning the basics, the fundamentals, in order to do this. And then we can talk about any other hurdles that we have. But if you're not willing to try, then the reality is there is no opportunity.
So 3 tips you can give somebody, a new buyer.
New buyer?
A new buyer, anyway, like
Yeah.
what would
Number
you-
1, learn how to do the math. Meaning, find out what it costs to finance a property, what it costs to manage it, pay for insurance and maintenance and taxes, all of those things, versus how much rental income it takes to cover all that if it's an investment, or how much income you have if you want to own it as a primary residence, right? Make sure that you are in a cash positive situation. That's my first piece of advice. Second piece of advice is don't listen to poor people, right? People, I'm telling you right now, the poor people are the scaredest of them all. If they aren't a wealthy person and they're giving you financial advice, it's not good. Or they would have taken it themselves, right? Rule number 3, don't hesitate. If you don't do something about this tomorrow, you're probably never going to do something about it. So get up off your butt, and the only person you have to answer to is yourself.
So basically, realizing that whatever you're doing, you need to take that first initial step.
Yeah.
Yes, you know there's going to be barriers, but you can go past those barriers.
Absolutely.
Just with life, anything happens, you just have to handle it.
It's a hurdle.
Absolutely.
And if you figure out how to jump, you can get over those hurdles very easily.
Is it not also with our mindset too?
Oh, listen.
Limited. We have that limited
Scarcity.
scarcity limitations that you cannot afford this, you cannot buy this, it's not for us, it's
Wrong.
for those people.
Wrong.
How do you go about that?
Wrong. I don't even listen to any of that. I literally, listen, people have told me what I couldn't do my whole life, and I just use that as ammunition to prove them wrong. I always find the people who tell me what I can do. Because if you think you can do it, you're right. If you think you can't do it, you're right. So be careful what you decide.
So surround yourself with the people who know.
Find
like
them.
Scott.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's hang out. Come on, let's do this.
Let's
What
do
you waiting
this.
for?
You
Come
have
on.
to come.
Hello, everyone. Well, I hope you had a chance to watch that video. I hope you had a chance to just soak in and listen to what Scott shared with us. I know it was a short video, but there was so much valuable information. Listen, the information he gave us, people pay for that. People pay for that kind of information. But Scott was generous enough to share that knowledge with us. Now, I hope you had time to sit in and listen to the video and soak in and pick at least one nugget from that. I wrote mine, and I'll tell you what mine was. I picked 3 things from that. 1, oh my goodness, and I'm going to quote Scott, what he said. He said, if you think you can, then you're right. And if you think you can't, then you're right. Take a moment just to think about that. That is just in itself, I don't even think Scott realized when he said that, the impact it will have. If you think you can, then you can. You're right. And if you think you can't, then you can't. You're right. Either way, you're right. So what do you think? Either way, you're right. If you think you can do it, anything in this life, then you're right. But the moment you think you cannot do it, and you put in those excuses in front of you, you're right too. Oh my goodness. You have no idea how that just resonated with me. I have always been a positive kind of person, and I truly believe your attitude, you have to have that positive mindset. No matter the case, you got to have that positive mindset and be in control with it, and be in control. And I am in control of my mindset now. And that, what he said, if you think you can, then you can. And that's all I'm thinking. There is no can't in my vocabulary anymore. And neither should you. I believe, truly believe, when you believe, okay, even if it's far stretched, it's maybe impossible for you at that moment to get what you want, don't rule it out. It's that what will propel you. It's the impossible that will propel you. Believe me, nothing is impossible. You can reach it. Let me share something with you, okay? Let me share something, a beautiful, beautiful story here. There's this company that partnered with a hospitality company, okay? It's a DoubleTree by Hilton, and it's a nano kitchen company. They partnered with a hotel, and they took cookies into space. They believed that they will bake the first cookies in space. Yes, you heard me right. And this was done in November of 2019, last year. They took 5 cookies, and 5 cookies were baked in space. Now, this is history in the making. Now, why am I sharing this story with you? Because there are people who are constantly reinventing and thinking, okay, what's the next step? How can we do things better? But that cannot be achieved with a mindset of, oh, impossible. How is that going to be? It's never been done. Nothing has been baked or cooked in space. Let me tell you, those 5 cookies were baked, and 3 of them returned to Earth this month, 7th of January. And they're working on it and experimenting it to see how it is. But it was baked, and it became impossible to possible. So what is your impossible today? What is your can't that you want to flip it and switch it to can attitude? What is it? What is it that you're struggling with, that you want to do so much and you feel like, oh my God, I'm struggling here. It's impossible for me to do it. I want you to take that moment and say, I'm turning my impossible to possible. And I have so much possibilities that I can explore. Maybe I'm just looking at a different angle. I need to look at it in 360-degree angle. And you can. So I want you to run with this. If there's one thing you took from that, and if you didn't, take this and run with it. That anything is possible. Okay, so if you can, you will. When you believe, you may not have the answers, but when you believe that it will happen and you start seeing it, it's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, number 2. Wow, willingness to try. This goes hand in hand with just what I spoke about. Willingness to try. Most people are too lazy, full of excuses not to try anything and not to do anything. So there's a difference of I can. So at least that, you're already past that. You know, I want to do this. I'm going to do it. You have that mindset already. But the willingness to try, there are people who are struggling. They want to change their end result, but they're not willing to do anything about it. How do you expect change to happen in every aspect of your life? Let me give you an example. What area in your life are you struggling with right now? Okay. Is it financial? Is it health? Is it in relationships? Spiritual, emotional, intellectual? What areas of your life are you finding that you are struggling with? Majority of people, they will tell you, I want to get rid of my debt. I want to live a life of financial freedom. They dare to dream. They have that, but they're not willing to take the steps that will take them there. So I urge you today, after watching this video, okay, I know Scott was talking about real estate, but let me tell you, this information, you can use it in every aspect of your life. Willingness to try. Be open up yourself to finding out the information, researching and finding out, okay, what are the areas that I'm working on that it's not working, and what areas that I can do that will start making those changes. You cannot change your results if you're not willing to try. Bottom line is that you have to take that step. And when you're not ready and willingly to take that step, I'm telling you, guarantee your life where it is, it's going to be exactly the way it is 10 years from now. So have that willingness to try something. It may be something you've never done before. I'm going to tell you something. I am ready and willingly to do it. And I will share that journey with you throughout. And I know I have a time frame for that. I am ready and willing to learn how to swim. And I'm saying this in front of you because I'm holding myself now accountable. And I want you to hold me accountable for my action now. Yes, I said it. I'm going to learn how to swim. I know exactly where I'm going to go. I know exactly when I'm going to start. And it's just not going to be swimming alone. I'm going to take care and take charge of my health and fitness. I've always been a health conscious person. When it comes to fitness, that's something else. So I am taking that now. I'm taking that journey. I am taking that journey. And I've set a date. Mid-February. Yes. After Valentine's Day. After Valentine's Day. February 15th, is my day one to accelerate my health and fitness and take it to a new level. Why am I willing to do that? Because it's for my health. And if I don't take care of my body and take care of my health, who will? Who will? So that is what I'm willing to do. Willingness to open up. Willingness to bear that thing that I've always been scared of. I had that fear. Walking into a gym scared me so many times. I'll walk into a gym in Toronto. I'll walk in literally. I'm ready, booked an appointment. I'm going to sign in. I open the door and I see all this amazing, strong, built. I'm like, oh my goodness. No, I can't. I got intimidated and I walked out so many times. I was not willing to put myself there. I was not willing to think of me. All I did was I got intimidated by others. But today I stand in front of you and I'm willing and ready. That's just one area of my life that I'm ready and willing to do it. There's so many other aspects of my life that I'm taking care of. And willingly and open to it. Now, Scott mentioned about that and running out of excuses. Get rid of your excuses. Scott is into real estate business. We have, I don't even know where to begin. We have no knowledge whatsoever. You know, there's so many things that we can learn. But you know why? Because of our limitations into knowledge and financial literacy, we get scared. We say, oh, real estate is not for us. Go out and find out and get your research and talk to people who are successful in that field. I know so many people, personally, I know so many people who are in real estate and they're doing very, very well. So remove that notion or misconception and go find out what areas. There's so many areas and aspects to real estate. What is the one thing that relates to you, that calls out to your name? If it's not real estate, what else? There's so many things, abundance of opportunities. Okay? So get rid of your excuses. Just no more excuses, please. Okay? All right. This is far important, and you need to know this. And I know I started doing it, and the moment I did it, I realized the difference. Surrounding yourself with people who are successful, one, and surrounding yourself with people who have done it and are successful at what they have done. You got to have different circles of friends. Are you hanging around with the same people you have been for the last 20, 30, 10 years, 5 years? Same financial circle kind of friends? That's what you're going to attract. So I want you to get out of that box. I'm not saying get rid of your friends. Okay, and if they're toxic, yes, get rid of them. If they're jealousy kind of people, envious, toxic people, get rid of them. It's somebody who is holding you back and only sees the worst in you, get rid of them. You don't want that kind of relationships. I'm telling you that right now. Okay? We overburden ourselves with so many toxic people. Get rid of all that. I'm telling you, you will see a lot better, you will hear a lot better, and you will see your life transitioning into a very positive energy. So surround yourself with right people. People who are successful, and not only successful, they're ready and willing to share that information with you. But most of them, you have to go out and search for them. And, be curious, have a curiosity mindset. I see that you're very successful in this field. Please share that. How do you do it? These are the areas that I'm interested in. What do you advise? You will be surprised at how humble people are, and they will share. All you have to do is ask. You'll never know if you never ask. I would not have known all this information had I not walked to Scott and asked him for his time. I will not be doing this video here today had I not taken that chance to speak to Scott. They're ready. They're ready to give you the information. Surround yourself with people who have the skills and knowledge and experience. I love the fact when he said, don't talk to poor people. What does that mean to poor people? I don't want people to be offended by that. Okay? That's scarcity mindset. When you think, oh my God, what does he think of himself? No, he is right, and I support Scott. Don't surround and talk to yourself. Don't talk to people who have a poor mindset. If you are, let's say, in a very, very bad relationship, would you seek advice from somebody who you know has the same kind of relationship? No. It's common sense. What are they going to add to you? Right? What advice? You cannot listen to somebody who is in a similar situation as you or worse. You want to go to somebody who has higher wisdom, the knowledge, the experience. And there are people who are willing and ready to give you that information only if you ask or when you ask. So these were my nuggets from that video. It was a short video, but the information, I'm telling you, was worth it. A lot of information, heavy weighting information that you can take on. I hope you had time to go in and just pick one or maybe two. If I would have chosen to go deeper, I'm sure I would have picked more. But I just took these three, and I feel these three would be able to give you some insight of what I found to be of benefit to me and of great value. And I know And I hope this information will be able to help you. Okay? So remember, 1, if you think you can, you're right. If you can't, if you think you can't, then you're right. Absolutely. So it's what you think. Your thoughts, you become your thoughts. You become your thoughts. So take control of your thoughts, take control of your mindset, and remember, have the ability to explore and be willing to try something new. If you know the field you're working on and you're really good at what you're doing, be willing to open up to it in areas that maybe you have not explored. Go in 360 degrees and look at it and say, hey, you know what? If Nano Kitchen and DoubleTree by Hilton were able to take cookies to space, and they were able to bake the cookies in space, what can I do in my industry, in my field? Redefine your field, redefine your expertise and your skills, and great things will happen. Well, that's it for today. I hope you had a moment to just soak in the information and enjoy it. And I hope you'll take just one thing and just run with it. Take it and use it in everyday life, in your everyday life. Just start with your thoughts and see where that will take you. Thank you again. Please share this video, subscribe, send in your comments, and most of all, bring in, questions. I want to see those questions. Bring them in. What is the one thing I am actually asking you today? What is the one thing? And share. I shared mine. Share yours. What is the one thing you picked from this video? It's Fadhwa. Accelerate Your Life 2020. Have a great and wonderful and prosperous day. See you soon.